For the avoidance of doubt, the meeting, based on the agenda that was transmitted to us at the venue of the meeting, is to have an interactive session with Commander, Training and Doctrine Command of the Nigerian Army.
Can that man answer questions on recruitment? We didn't call him to embarrass him.
One of our senators, in the person of Senator Mpigi from Rivers, raised an issue of lopsidedness of recruitment by the Nigerian Army. So I also raised my hand, wanting to add weight or lend my weight to his comment. And I said, this comment that he made was very pertinent. It has been a comment that has been on and on in the 8th National Assembly.
I'm on good record that the committee had previously talked to the Chief of Army Staff on the recruitment policy of the Army and the fact that members of the Senate Committee have not been carried along because their candidates have not been taken. And the man explained, said, one, there are processes. There are processes, starting from physical to medical to whatever. And that if we gave them candidates that didn't meet those requirements, they will have no choice but not to pick other people that are better qualified.
I was the vice chairman of the Senate Committee on Army, and I know that we wrote the Army severally to give us statistics on how recruitment process was being undertaken by the Nigerian Army, because there have been complaints from various states and sections of the country that some of the sections of the country, including, in fact, the section where the chairman came from, Senator George Akumi, and my own state, Sokoto State, were marginalized.
Can that man answer questions on recruitment? We didn't call him to embarrass him. Because if he is allowed to continue from there, the likelihood is that somebody is going to ask him, what are the numbers per state? How will he know? He's not in charge of recruitment. He's in charge of training and doctrine.
The Nigerian Army, like any institution of government in Nigeria, is supposed to comply with provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. And that Constitution has made it very clear that the issue of federal character and representation is paramount. It's a constitutional issue, so you cannot overlook it.
Who is the relevant officer to answer questions on recruitment? And he had said the reason why some of our candidates didn't get through is because some of them fail at physical, at a height level or at medical level, you know. And we pleaded with him that in that situation, he should ask us to replace them with other qualified persons. And he agreed. So why was it coming up here again?
As a leader in the National Assembly and as a member of that committee, no chairman has the authority to gag any member of the committee in what any member wants to say. The least that could have been done was for the chair to ask for an executive session.
And I think it is within my legitimate power as a chairman presiding to rule anybody who was asking any questions out of order.
He has no such authority. In fact, I have more ranking than he has, and I am in the leadership.
I was Minister of Interior, and people complained about lopsidedness in recruitment and the rest of them. And I said, look, the fact that we want to balance positions in Nigeria does not mean that we must compromise merit.
The issue of recruitment is very, very important. I feel offended because I know many at times when slots were allocated, they always find ways of tactfully, disqualifying those people in the last minute and replacing them with some other people.
My candidate was not taken. That is what his problem is. The Danbaba that they are talking about now, at least he said one of his candidates was taken. Me, since I have been here, 3 that I have submitted for 3 years, they have not taken one from me.
In the 8th National Assembly, I was the vice chairman of the Senate Committee on Army. and I know that we wrote the army severally to give us statistics on how recruitment process was being undertaken by the Nigerian army, because there have been complaints from various states and sections of the country that some of the sections of the country, including, in fact, the section where the chairman came from.
He knows. So why was he raising it here before an innocent person today again?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And he was deputy chairman of Army Committee before. So why would you want to go and put commander training and doctrine in the mix of recruitment numbers? The man wouldn't know. And then, anyway, I don't want to say certain things because it's my colleague.
We will be able to know whether what the general was saying, that there has never been any lopsidedness in their recruitment, whether it is a matter of fact or voicing out his opinion, but not really based on facts. As that was being my response, the acting chairman said, no, this is not our mandate. I took offense of that.
We have the agenda of the meeting. So I can't rule you out of order. And I ruled him out of order because he was asking the commander training and doctrine a question on recruitment. And the man is only giving people to train. He doesn't recruit.
It's our mandate. The committee, as Committee on Nigerian Army, we are supposed to oversight them. We are supposed to see to it that whatever responsibility that Nigerian Army has must seriously, must ensure that responsibility is carried to the letter. So honestly, that is what I want members of the public to know.
I was Minister of Interior, and people complain about lopsidedness in recruitment and the rest of them. And I said, look, the fact that we want to balance positions in Nigeria does not mean that we must compromise merit and desire. So if you advertise for immigration, it's not everybody that wants to wear uniform. And particularly the army situation. It's not everybody who wants to be a soldier. Many people don't like uniform jobs. So if we allocate, for instance, 50 places for Sokoto State, and they don't apply, I remember at that time in immigration, only 1 or 2 persons applied from Zamfara. They don't want. Do you throw away those slots? No, you don't. We had to meet with the Federal Character Commission to decide on how to do it. There is another state, Ebonyi. Ebonyi wasn't forthcoming. Ebonyi also had the least number at that time. But their people were not applying. So what do? If you have a number to employ, and some states don't come forward with this, and like the soldier was saying, he said, look, that they had to call state secretaries of government to ask their people to apply and report. I didn't see his face outside the meeting hall, whether he angrily walked out or not, but I know that a few of my colleagues went out to attend other meetings. And I was duly informed that they were going out, and I accepted that they should go out. I don't think that today, as we met, anybody walked out in anger.
I never spoke with him. Anyway, you are not in the meeting room for you to be able to know. I did not take excuse from him to go for any other meeting. There is no cover-up as far as this matter is concerned. The truth of the matter was he prevented me, he prevented the army from responding to issues that Impigi and I raised. And I felt very bad. It was Impigi and myself that left the meeting.
So if that was a source of anger for anybody, it's unfortunate.